Quincy, let's get right at the no sense in messing around. Let's take a look at some of the defense, and this is from Quincy's show. Let's take a look at big plays, the first couple of them, and man, the choices that guy has. That's just, I don't know what to say. That can't happen. You know, great effort running him down 40 yards downfield, but man, the second.
This the welcome to Walmart defense, man. Just come on in. What you want? Come and get it.
Couple of spaces and a lot of greeters and nobody doing anything.
Two entries, no security. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
When you look at it 2 weeks in a row, you know, I was concerned because the defensive tackles were young and not that big run-stopping guy. The linebackers, other than Anthony Walker, probably a little undersized. And now those concerns are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've been concerned about this, right? Like, I felt like Chicken Little the last 2 years, where I'm like, okay, these are some duct tape solutions they've been using for D-tackle ever since they got rid of Sheldon Richardson. We got to get a more permanent solution, and the guys that they've been drafting have not been good. Right. We've talked about Jordan Elliott not being good for quite a while here. We've talked about Tommy Togiai not really being up to snuff. And this is kind of a result, right? Once you ran out of those duct tape solutions, you're left with what you have prepared for. And look, they did draft guys. They just weren't good. You know, they have 3 draft picks on this line right now. They drafted guys. They just did not work out. That process needs to change so you don't have this repeat of failure in the next draft. But yeah, that's the situation. Defensive tackle play is bad. When the defensive tackle play is all right, and sometimes it is in any given play, linebackers are wherever they need to be, aren't wherever they need to be, and it's just a mess, right? It's a whack-a-mole situation, right? We just got the secondary fixed. Stop giving up all those big plays. We finally patched that hole, and boom, run game pops wide open, right? Like, it's like one thing after another with this defense, and it's just been problem after problem.
All right, and a big problem against the Chargers was missed tackles. So let's take missed tackles, and I guess you could say missed tackles and misalignment. Let's take a look at that. Again, there's Eckler, and there's one guy.
It's a linebacker.
Yeah.
It's Taki. That's your best run defender.
Yeah, and then this one's pretty
John
bad,
Johnson,
too.
Bad angle.
Yeah.
Bad angle by MJ.
Yeah, and then this one's really bad.
I just got juked in the box there, but that one's just, you can't explain that.
So, again, you know, that was somewhat the case against the Falcons, but even more the case. And, you know, the reason I bring this up, the New England Patriots, they're gonna continue to run and be they're much more physical than either of the two teams that just ran all over you.
Yeah, they're pretty much just as physical as anybody else in the league. So, I mean, like, this is the week. If you got to fix your tackle problems, fix them. But one thing that I'm worried about is it looks like their angles are just terrible on these tackles. Like, there is something wrong here with whatever these guys are thinking when they're playing, because, like, it seems, I don't want to say lazy, but it seems kind of lackadaisical, the approach to some of these plays, and I think they're getting caught being lazy with their feet, and that's causing them to have these bad angles, which is causing them to miss tackles. And it's an intensity thing, right? It's a mindset thing. You know, you got to want to make the tackle. You have to be on top of it. This defense has had mind, like we've seen this defense have mind. They just forget things all the time, and it's just weird.